Jeff Cochell. I got the Cider House rules. We're doing the Purge Anarchy, dude. My only dog's doing fast, dude. Ranger and all those guys do the Cider House rule. One way you can use your intuitive abilities to use your advantage when you're experiencing less than positive situations is ask for help. Tune in your clairvoyance and ask you're shown the way to correct the problem with the least amount of effort. Then pay particular attention to the world around you. When the message is there, it will stand out in some way. You may only catch a catchphrase or maybe a longer message. When you hear it or read it, you'll immediately feel a connection to those words that just seem right. You know the course you should take. By paying attention intuitively, you're more aware and can be conscious of the choices and decisions based on the messages you receive. Open a book at random to receive a message. There are books on the market that are made with the purpose of random fortune telling. To use them, think of the question intuitively. Focus on the answer to your situation being shown to you in the book, and then open the book to a random page and read the message printed there. I have several of these books, and they're fun to use and have been oddly accurate in the You have to make sure you're focused on the question on hand prior to opening the book. If you're not focused, you may end up doing it over and over again, and then you'll end up confused and frustrated. Using these books in this method is similar to doing a one-card reading with tarot and oracle cards. It gives you a brief overall insight into the situation which you need help. Just make sure you're not doing it over and over again because you don't like the first message. Think about it as its application to your situation. If you ever felt yourself drawn to a bookstore or library when you really didn't need or want to visit one, then you should heed this feeling because it's usually guidance from the other side. Your spirit guides will have a message for you in that bookstore. That happened to me correctly. I had to go to the bookstore to pick up a book for my son's reading class. And the spectrum and the galaxy. I'll do 4. There are plenty of times when you're in a bookstore or library and suddenly feel compelled to pick up specific book. Fine, dude. Change it. I want the book. I'm better at him, dude. Give it the butterfly. Fine, dude. I'll change him. The candle and wait, dude. Candle is sandcastle, dude. Final change is candle and candle castle. I let you say that. I've seen a book on a shelf and wanted to pick it up. The candle and the sandcastle. Well, that was so bizarre. I called a friend who felt I was seeing that in the future. It made sense, so I'll just have to see that specific cover develop. The candle and the sandcastle, kiwi, dude. The veil. When it comes to your intuitive abilities, you'll discover that they grow and strengthen things that may never have I changed it, but I've experienced will one day suddenly become very clear. For years, I've seen a misty white substance similar to smoke, vapor, or a cloud, and they would then receive an intuitive impression, but I never associated this mist with anything. I just thought it was one of the ways I received impressions. Then not too long ago, I was working at the farm, giving out one of my horses some water, when I looked to my right and saw that what looked like a huge misty white cloud of smoke laid low to the ground. It looked as if there was a living thing moving in a swirling motion, not as a movement for a cloud of smoke, so I thought there was something wrong with my vision. I blinked a few times and the cloud was gone. I went out into the yard and looked around and couldn't find any evidence of a cloud, white smoke, or even a fire. Later that day, I stopped by the bookstore, opened up a look around and read about how the veil of the world on the other side will appear as a cloud. Music, each soul has a song. You've just started humming some tune you never heard about, that it touches on a soul level. It feels as if it comes from the depth of your soul. It feels real and true. You think about trying to place where you've heard it before, but realize you just can't. All this stuff makes sense. I'm sort of a pissy when it comes to dead air. The soul song is one you'll find yourself humming over and over again through your life. Because it is your song, the essence you're being coming alive through music. You have intuitively reclaimed a bit of your true essence when you connect to your soul song. Just as you know you connect to the music of your soul, you can use music to increase your abilities. Listening to different types of music will empower your intuitive receptors. Shannon Sherman, kind of praying is also easier for you, for your guides to reach out to you. Finding the right type of music is important. You may choose different types of music, changing my habit based on the abilities that you're trying to utilize. If you're trying to connect to the spiritual realm, then you may select music that is, let me try to stay up to, is ethereal or light. Or if you're trying to increase your empathetic ability, you might prefer a strong, deep song that really gets your emotions going. I'm not tired, dude. I'm gonna be juked out, dude. Stick, even the energy is best when developing your abilities. Sometimes words just get in the way of what you're trying to accomplish. You may find yourself listening to them instead of the flow and beat of the song. You may feel, I'm going to just do it 30 minutes at a time. You may feel the music connect to it intuitively and allow its rhythm to connect to you. Sometimes music is a tool to get you to focus on your guides or departed loved ones, and you'll send messages through words of songs. When you're trying to further develop your abilities, try different types of instrumental music to see which works best for you. When numbers are multiple during the day, so it's a sign to you until you receive the guide from your spirit guide or your highest self. There are several other books on the market that give you the meaning for these numbers. I'm not tired anyways, dude. However, you should always look at your own situation and determine what this number means in your own life. People may say that it's just a coincidence when this happens. Logical thinking would suggest that because you see so many numbers, your mind fixes. I'll give it some exposure, dude. I would if I was tired. When I find it, let me give it some exposure, dude. Tiffany Miller, The Gorge, dude. Tiffany Miller. Penguin Lessons, dude. I'll give it some exposure just to defend it, dude. Maybe sleeping. First we lost power, so the extreme in the heat. Right along next to dogs needed stitches, and a horse's eyes was affected and needed treatment. I kept thinking I've got to look that number up because it always helps to read about. Now I want to say I don't really need to nap necessarily, dude. If I'm not tired, I would if I was tired. The other day after I've seen these numbers many times, I didn't realize it didn't matter what anyone else said the words meant to me on that day. They all meant to calm down. Everything is meant to be okay. Now I'm going to take the middle way. Once I got that message clearly in mind, I don't see any more repeating numbers. I did calm down and everything was okay. I think this is 4, dude. I do too much, dude. Protecting yourself from negative situations. When no one likes to talk about negative things in life, there are times when they should be addressed. I try to give you a very positive approach to learning about your abilities and develop those abilities. However, because the world is full of both positive and negative energy, I also include some nice things you should watch out for in this chapter. Seems like the purge is just moral teeth to some degree. Psychic abilities are based in energy. We have a life force, a personal frequency, and spiritual energy. The higher level these energies are, the more in tune you are with your intuitive nature and your clever one, universal energy. While we all have intuitive abilities of psychic vampire, someone who uses the ability to drain the energy of surrounding people, thereby increasing their own energy levels. We all have the tendency and ability to drain one another's energy. You don't want to become a psychic vampire because using your abilities in this way is negative and impedes your spiritual growth. Whoever I met someone else's energy during lifetimes of need, how should I preserve spirit? This is not the same as intentionally drawing energy from those around you on a regular basis so you feel drawn. How can you tell if you're a psychic vampire? There are certain characteristics associated with people who tend to drain others' energy, and they need to be needy and require constant nurturing from everyone around them. Never satisfied with what they have in life and are always wanting more and more. They feel alone. Nobody cares about them. When you encounter people like this, they connect to you, drawing on your energy stores, and then walking away feeling if you're running over by a truck and could sleep for a week, or they're bubbling over with energy. That's because they drew energy from you while paying attention. A psychic vampire can give you an instant headache, make you feel like straight, or cause you to be irritable. Sometimes these symptoms will disappear and you're no longer interacting with these people. But other times they can linger only a good night's sleep, balance your energy flow.